deck. There's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henderson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And it's 3rd down.
To the air, May. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a 1st-round pick back in April's draft.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in their team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator the team is facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Colts 47-yard line.
Lions.
They'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
You look at this Colt defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
18, Pioneer. Tag. Cougar 19, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler, 79 Broncos. Scope.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That is caught. He's in the space past the 25.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And now here's a carry heading left. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
2nd down and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 13.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down, quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. Start. 19 tight. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive that'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope. The good things in the store here today.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things going in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital. Extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They're going to throw. May.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. Play action. May. Got his man. It's Warren.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
They go play action with May.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Here's May. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Colts first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll throw with May.
He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2.
May going to give it to Henderson.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
I mean, you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays, getting into the backfield. But the best ones can throw the runners.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Trevion Henderson.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Got it. Ready? 60 average. 62. 19 Lions. Ready, right?
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a handoff looking right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The Jaguars at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he dropped it about the 11 after only a yard.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Let's go. Bronco 80. Hey.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have regained the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy that can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, what's up?
To throw, it's May. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll be a
loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 22. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
7 bucks. Come on. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk. Buffalo 18. Ready, right?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick.
The 20. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Trevion Henderson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have moved out in front. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
Nice footwork at the 25. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there and call it the 26. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And it pushes way forward to about the 32.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let's go now. Panther 60.
They're going to look to throw. He's got it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Colts pick it up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing here is May. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
This pass left side to Downs.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Colts first down. A gain of 21 yards.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
2nd and 5. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Warren. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and goal, Indianapolis.
Here we go, throw.
From the shotgun, May with it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Travion Henderson
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Shedding the tackle. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Panther 11, Panther, here we go, set. Bronco, 79 Broncos.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready, set.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Not set. Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
They'll look to throw here.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll get that one in quickly to Brown. And out of bounds right around the 20. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Touchdown Jaguars. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jags are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. 5 plays there on that drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's week 9 of the regular season, basically the halfway point of the year. So let's get into it. Here are the highlights. Our spin through the NFL starts now. In Inglewood, the Rams at home to take on the Saints. And here's the Saints wideout. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Saints close out the first half of the season with a victory as they move to 6-3 on the year. From there, it's off to Atlanta. Let's look in on the Falcons. They're hosting the Green Bay Packers. And it's Bijan Robinson. He'll take it all the way, 26 yards, it's a touchdown. The Falcons get their 5th win on the year as they get the victory here. Lastly, let's get down to Miami, the Dolphins taking on the Cleveland Browns. And it's the Browns QB, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Browns win it by a touchdown, 24-17 the final. A look now at the rest of the scores around the NFL as we reach the halfway point of the regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all the way out just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
The Jaguars offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach, said, look, we've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
19 tight.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That's good for the Jaguars. First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Okay, ready? Ready?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Hard throw, incomplete. Was that the incorrect read or just more an error on the throw by the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter because it seemed like he was open there, just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within a point.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Colts to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Looking to put a drive together.
The drive begins with a run by Henderson. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Downs going in motion right. To the air, May. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So illegal touching, Charles. If you set foot out of bounds as a receiver, you can't be the first to touch it.
You nailed it on that one. You've got to be mindful of the sideline.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense. Looking to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And taken right on the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not in the premium here. Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Just too much air on the ball, and that's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
A 3rd quarter now to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Got him in. It's Brown.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on it.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready, 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 ready.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal.
19-18.
He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
The Jaguars will line up for the two-point conversion.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Let's take it in by Downs. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A short one there caught by Warren. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
We're going to throw. May. That's going to be taken in by Downs.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On the zone read, here's Henderson with it.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now May on the sneak.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, 3rd and goal from the 1, and they go quarterback sneak, and they expected a surge up front. The surge came from the defense.
Yeah, it looked like there was no surprise defensively. They were ready.
They had totally stacked it up, unable to get it on 3rd down.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Lining up for the extra point.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Okay, ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Beverly. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. He had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Here we go. Set.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
At the 25-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Point after, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So the Colts now down by 7. 1:14 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
Back to throw.
A short one there, caught by Warren.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the Colts, first down.
They'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet.
He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Back to throw.
That complete to Downs. Now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left.
28-yard line.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. They'll throw with May.
That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds is inside the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 14.
They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the...
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult.
May going to try to throw for it.
And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Tight, 19 tight.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Are you kidding me?
They'll set up to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they were just hoping for something to go their way. A tipped ball, a penalty, anything to get them within shouting distance of field goal range. But now, with the clock where it is, this is going to take something close to a miracle to pull this one out.
60, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm